Okay, so we are here with, introduce yourself.
Lombard. Oh, what?
Lombard.
Lothar Keller.
Ron Holzner. We're the Skull. And
yes.
We're in Lombard at the Brauerhouse.
All right.
Lovely Illinois.
And you are promoting a brand new album. You want to show the record?
That's the bad puppy there. You want heavy? There it is, man.
And how did this puppy come about?
A lot of breeding.
Yeah. A lot of touring, and we did like 4 years of touring on the last record, and we finally got time. And this guy and I would sit at my kitchen table with acoustic guitars and come up with shit, you know. And we just started trying to get together twice a week and just start doing riffs and
A couple of demo sessions where we got together and actually worked out some stuff. It was cool.
So it actually came together pretty damn quick. You know, because me and him have a lot of stuff that you're always writing, you're always recording, put it on your phone, and one day we sit and kind of decipher it. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, crack a beer open, and beer is important. We'll crack a beer open and say, "What do you got? What do you got?" We'll listen to it.
Oh, like this one right
like the
here?
Skull beer, yeah.
There you go, Skull beer,
See,
official.
Very, very important.
Right.
It makes everything work.
How would you say things had progressed from the first album to now?
Oh man, we've been through a lot of. We jam with a lot of friends, a lot of people, which is it's cool. I mean, a lot of bands are stuck with the same 4 or 5 guys. We're lucky to be able to jam with a lot of different people, and it's like we're friends with everybody. It's not like this guy's an asshole and we threw him out. You know, we're cool, and everybody we play with is in other bands and living somewhere. So, I think it creatively helps you as a musician jam with as many people as you can. You know, it's always good to push yourself, jam with other people. And right now, this lineup that we finally got, that we thought would be perfect to do the new record. That's why we changed course, stopped playing, and wrote the new record. And we did a few shows because we had to bring our bud in Brian from England. I mean, having a drummer from England kind of puts a damper.
Yeah, what was it like to play with Brian? I mean, he made his mark with Cathedral, and now he is in Skull, but...
Think, man.
Yeah, I mean, Brian's one of these dudes. I mean, he kind of just comes in and he lays the groove. It's not about how much he can do, it's what he does with it. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, for the tunes we wrote, I thought it was very appropriate. Everything he did was very tasty. So, I don't know, he brought that nice vibe that we needed.
It's like a Bill Ward kind of thing. And plus, he's a calm gentleman.
A lot of apathy in him, too.
Yeah, right. But he's good to have around. He helps things instead of aggravating us. You know, he adds to it instead of making it like a lot of drummers can be a pain in the ass. And all you musicians, you know. You know them drummers, man. It's like, what's the guy that hangs around with musicians?
Oh, yeah, the drummer.
No, I understand Brian is having some difficult times trying to tour with the band, right?
Yeah, we brought him in on because the immigration laws are really strict. I mean, even Uli, they wouldn't let him over.
That's right.
It's like, come on, it's affecting the smaller bands more, where they want you to pay thousands of dollars to give, even though doesn't matter what you're making, to be able to come over here and play in a band. They use like for 2 years, and the smaller bands, you just can't afford that. We brought him in 4 or 5 times under kind of like not a work, what do you call it? Personal holiday, like he's on holiday, you know. So we wrote the record with him, we recorded the record with him, but then when we wanted to play, and they stopped it. So if anybody is in a band and you're got the situation, don't talk about it on Facebook because they will catch you. It's the first place they look. So everybody shares their lives on Facebook, and the government loves it. Mm-hmm. That's how they
makes it
track
easy.
it. Yeah.
I hope TSA is watching and making things easier for the bands to make.
The thing is, they're making the money.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So Brian, like I said, he's over in England. Plus, he had a death in his family, so he's got a lot to take care of, and we're gonna hopefully meet up with him in the spring. We're leaving for Europe Monday, so we got a new drummer.
Yeah, who is filling in for Brian at this point?
This guy is Chadwick, our bud who lives in Canada. He played with Exciter. He's toured with Paul Diano, who's a metal drummer, and he fits in perfectly. He actually did a gig with my old band Earth and Grave, and we played Canada, and our drummer, of course, couldn't make it into Canada because their immigration laws.
It's all getting political, isn't it?
It is. They
Can't get away from it.
can't, keeping the musicians down, man. That's not good.
We're just artists.
Yeah,
We're
we just want
starving.
to play, and they won't let us in.
Very
their country.
hungry.
It's like we're gonna chase their women and burn their fucking houses down or something. We're just playing music, man. You know, we're happy young musicians, and
Any particular songs of the new records that you want to highlight? If you want to look at the titles, talk about some of the songs.
I probably should, because we had.
Why don't you?
Because we
It's
have
out there
working
for you.
titles on all the songs that we would call them. Me and him, like we
Yeah.
name them really foul, nasty titles. So when Eric gets them, he gets just to mess with Eric. It's
Just to
funny.
clutter up his desktop.
Just to piss Eric
Pick up
off.
the record and look at the titles then.
You can't call a song Monkey Balls. I'm like, sure we can.
Can't.
Monkey Balls Part 2.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the Endless Road Turned Dark, the title track, that is so heavy, and it's just,
That is heavy.
That's when we've been playing the longest. We did it on our last tour. You know, we still didn't have it completely together, but now it's nice to be able to play it, and it's actually in its true form. So that's one that I enjoy playing every night. And the other ones we really haven't played yet, so we don't know. We're gonna see what it's like to play them.
Do you have any personal favorites?
It's like, say you got like 5 kids, and say which one's your favorite.
Yeah. Huh.
You can't.
It's
You
kind of
love-
hard because they're all unique. They're all different.
They're all our children. We love them all. We can't say one's better
I mean-
than the other. You know.
I mean, it's, you're going to say, well, it sounds like us, but each song does carry its own character. So you really, I don't know. I'd feel like I'd be cheating on one of the other songs if I picked
right,
one.
Absolutely. It'd be sneaking up on you in the middle of the
Yeah.
night.
So now that you get these new songs of the second record, they're probably competing for space in your set list, aren't they? So how do you deal with that?
We wrote these songs to fit into the set list. It's like a accompanying piece for the first record, like with the tunings and everything. So it's as if it was like both records were one. Fucking mosquito. Like the 2 records were like a double record. It's all together, and now we can finally be the Skull. So we don't have to do trouble songs in the set anymore.
It's funny because it brings me to my next question. When you formed initially, it was to play the old Trouble songs that Trouble no longer plays, right?
Right, just for fun. You know?
But now, 2 records down the line, do you foresee eventually not playing Trouble material anymore?
I don't know if you can really get by with that, honestly.
Maybe not the amount that you normally would
Oh, I
play.
mean,
As an encore.
I
Yeah.
mean, we probably always will throw songs in, you know, but it's not going to be as heavily involved as it was because we're kind of our own band now, and it's a lot of people are forgetting about Trouble. It's sad, you know, and it's like they want to hear something new. We've played as many Trouble songs as we could think of. We're all these obscure songs, and we'll probably always add songs because we enjoy it. You know, Eric and I, it's our history, and we're proud of our history, and we'll always include it in what we do. And if it wasn't for Trouble, we wouldn't be here. So, and the fans want to hear it. Until the fans don't want to hear it, then we won't play it.
So you can't go see Circle to Circle of John Oliva's Pain without hearing a Sabotage tune.
Right? You want to hear John sing
Right.
that,
You want to hear at least a couple.
Right.
So
and that-
it's expected.
So we may do shows where we're just all Skull, but you never know. We not really thinking about it. We just go out and play. I mean, we figured they're all our songs, so it's not like we're gonna say we need to play this and not play that. Depends on what mood we're in. You know,
Now, when you formed the band, what expectations did you have to begin with?
none. It was just nice to after all the bad blood and stuff and bad times we had in Trouble, for me, Ole, and Eric to get together and not want to kill each other and be in a room and play music. And we got Lothar, and we're like going, hey, we can actually play these songs and have fun playing them. Because a lot of the last few years were not too fun for any of us in Trouble. We wanted to be able to play them songs and have fun doing it. We felt the fans deserved it. We felt we deserved it. So that's why we did it. And we all were in other bands. You know, I had Earth and Grave, and Lothar Sacred Dawn, and Divinity Compromise, Eric had Blackfinger, and it wasn't our main focus. It was for fun. Let's play some Trouble songs, And they're like, people are inviting us to play festivals in Europe. Like, hey, let's go to Europe, drink some good beer, and play some rock and roll. And we never expected it to be the forefront band, which it became. Now it kind of became the band, and the other bands got pushed to the back.
Yeah, when
we
did
never
you?
expected that. We weren't looking to do that.
At what point did you realize that you could actually, write your own material and kind of establish your own identity?
Well, we always knew. We're just doing what we've always done, we're no different. We write.
I don't think that really happened until after about a year of us playing the Trouble stuff, so it'd be kind of fun to write our own stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, we just started putting some riffs together.
Yeah, and it just kind of came about slowly. Like I said, we really had no plan, and it kind of organically just came together. The whole thing, that the band, the positive vibes, it just took off in a direction, and we let it go.
Two big full band sessions, and we rehearsed to record the record. It was kind of nuts. I mean, how often does that happen? You spend 8 hours together in a room and you go record a record. Unreal.
The first record came together really fast, and we're like, oh wow, we're actually a band, and we got our own songs.
Well, obviously, you have a lot of experience being in a band, being on the road, to be able to pull that off at ease, and I think it's playing a big part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like with playing for 4 years, touring together. This album came together really fast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was the songs were done. I'm like,
kind of helped that we knew what to expect a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Now, Ron, you yourself had been a member of Trouble for many years, and you've seen the music business back in the 80s, 90s. You've been on a major label, other labels.
A couple, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. How do you view the business in 2018?
It's a whole new ball game,
isn't it?
You got the really big bands, and then everyone else, and it's about self doing it. Like most labels got forced to doing almost distributions deals with the bands, and the bands own everything, so it became like partnerships instead of a corporation thing. It's a lot better, but then it shifted really quick, and now it's getting to be digital, and digital is gonna kill the music business, because these like satellite radio and all of this streaming, the bands don't make any money. It's very minimal. I mean, Peter Frampton went in front of Congress, and they said he had like 3 million.
I read
hits,
about this. Yes,
3 million hits on his one song, and he said he made like $1,500.
Yeah.
In royalties.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be less and less good music because people can't afford to do it anymore, and it's cheaper for people to get music that way, but it's killing the music business. And I mean, CDs and the resurgence of LPs have actually helped the music business, and where bands can actually sell LPs on the road and make money and pay gas, because I mean, touring is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And people think you make a ton of money on the road. I mean, nobody does. And you rely on the merchandise to come home with money so you can pay your bills, put some shoes on your daughter's feet, and hope your wife doesn't kick you out the door, it's rough, man.
So how do you maintain it? Because I mean,
I do construction. I build houses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my making income, and I work twice as much, double time, put money away so I can go tour and lose money.
What about you, Lothar?
I've been working in audiovisual, television,
Mm-hmm.
Mixing records, whatever. It's my side work, and it allows me to do this. I basically prepared for it. So.
Pay your credit
But it's a
cards off,
passion.
put money
Yeah.
It's a
aside.
passion.
We don't do this because we're getting loaded. Trust me.
We are getting loaded.
Wow.
We're not making money.
Right, off this new beer that you
That's
can
right.
get. Whoa. All right, but yeah, no, we're not getting rich by any means. But hey, if we hear some people say they like what they hear, then that made it worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
When you look at the expectations between the beginning and now, are you surprised how far you came along?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, we really didn't expect anything.
Mm-hmm.
We just wanted to have some fun playing our music, because so many years in the business, it took away the fun of it. Music business, business ruins music. Most musicians, like, they see their favorite people in concert. You got that poster on your wall. You learn to play guitar. Want to meet chicks and shit. That's what it's all about. You know, you don't think about the business, and when you find out about the business, it just
kind of ruins it a little.
It ruins a lot of people,
Yeah.
and a lot of people lose their mind, and it's just.
But it kind of makes you appreciate other things.
Yeah, absolutely. You find a good woman and work together, and it's a key opponent. You know, it's you become partners, and it's the only way you can do it. You have to have. You can't do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Music business will eat you alive. You need somebody to keep you sane.
True.
Otherwise, you lose your fucking mind.
So finally, what would you say is the best thing about being in a band like Skull?
The chicks.
What?
Apart from the chicks?
You know, honestly, it's the joy of getting out there in front of people and watching them rock out. And if they like what you produce, then it's even better. So, yeah, that's what keeps me going.
I just love waking up in the morning with a riff in your head, go down and play it on the guitar and put it together and put it on your phone. Then all of a sudden, a year and a half later, you're playing it for people in Slovenia. You know, it's like crazy. Or festivals in Norway. It's mind-boggling. You know, and you still think of that. You're like that little kid up in your room listening to Black Sabbath, learning how to play riffs, and how you're touring Europe, playing songs that you wrote that came from somewhere, out of your soul, that people want to hear. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. That's why we continue to do this. You know, it fuels us, and it fuels the soul. And the soul is here for a reason. If we don't use it, it's a waste.
Ron, you told me that you wrote the new album alongside with Lothar. So how would you describe the writing relationship you have?
We write
a lot of shit's on our phone.
Yeah, we write similar.
You know,
It's funny that you mentioned phone.
This voice memo thing is really astounding. When you're going to work and you hear a melody in your head, and you can just go blah 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 blah, and then go home and it's like, all right, I already know what key it needs to be in.
Right, and we write similar. Like we both have listened to progressive rock growing up. We like harder, intricate music. We both got the love of that. So writing riffs, it's like you got a riff, I got a riff sounds like that, so do I. Then we put them together, and
sometimes you'll transpose a part just to fit with another riff that you're like, yeah, these two parts work, but they're not in the same tuning. Yeah, we can fix that.
Yeah, so it was pretty, like I said, very quick and easy. It was fun. Like I said, we get together, have a beer, and just chill out. And it's like, what do you got? And we put it together, you know. And
then go home, create some demos, send it out to the rest of the guys. Say, all right, here's where we're at, and then just start the cycle. And then get together after a few months when we have a show. All get together, record the demos. Hey, do you like what you heard? Yeah, we could change this. The nice thing with this record is we actually had a chance to do that, though. We didn't really get that opportunity to record out the demos on some of the tunes. We got to do about 3 or 4 tunes, demo them out. We're like, yeah, let's tweak a few things. First record wasn't like that.
We're still writing in the studio for that last record.
So the process really hasn't stopped.
No, we're still going to actually continue writing this record as we play tours.
The songs change.
Even though the record's out, but we're going to still write.
Songs change. You start playing them live, and it's like all of a sudden they just kind of just evolve.
Yeah.
Like the song "The Longing," which we did on not a demo. What is it? A single?
EP.
Yeah, EP.
Yeah.
We re-recorded that because it became a different song than we originally recorded it, and we like the version now better. That's what we play live. So it's such a cool song. It's like we recorded it live, recorded it again to put on a new record. We thought it fit.
And you're always going to hear stuff. You're like, God, I wish I'd done that.
Yep.
So you just do it live.
Yeah.
There's a live recording out there. Pop something.
Well, then perhaps doing a live album would be something to consider.
We've tried it. It's so difficult. Because we're kind of purists. Not like, like I love Priest, but it's like, the records back then in the late 70s, early 80s were fake, they're fake live recordings done in a studio, and I feel like that'd be cheating.
Yeah, and they do admit it themselves.
Right, and like Frantic Comes Alive is a studio album that they faked live, and I'm like, since we're not doing it for the money, why do that? Because it's like cheating ourselves, so it's like,
The whole experience is to come see the show.
Right. But I think now that we have 2 records, I think we could actually put together, because it would be too much Trouble stuff, and then they would compare it, and we're not Trouble. We would never be Trouble, and we're the Skull. And if we're playing half of a record of Trouble songs, the comparisons would be there. And we felt we're playing these songs for fun for the fans who are seeing us, not to sell them. Put it that way, you know. So if we have enough original stuff, we'd like to do a live record and maybe have a couple Trouble songs on, but mostly Skull. So
yeah,
now
we threw the live. We did throw the live tunes on that EP.
EP, yeah, there's a couple live songs.
Oh, it was only on the CD though. It wasn't on the vinyl, just the CD. But yeah, it was like Assassin and
so it probably will happen down the road.
You never know.
Thank you.
Absolutely.